Hello. So this is a really simple meditation technique that you can do at home. It often doesn't feel like you're meditating, but what this is doing is it's a blend of mindfulness and concentration. So even though we're fully aware of our senses and our experience, what we can taste, see, smell, hear and touch, what we're using is a word and to be able to focus our concentration on. So even though what's known as our monkey mind may still be jumping around in the background, what using a sound word does is to help focus our mind, and instead of trying to empty our head, which is a really difficult thing to do because our mind is there to think and process, it becomes more accepting of our thoughts, and we're just not attaching any story to them. So it's almost like rather than watching our thoughts going down a river and we're observing them, we're actually kind of jumping on board and going along the river with them to see where they take us to. And often this is that sense of space or transcendence. But it takes practice. But I say it's really simple at first. So if you've never meditated before, this is a good practice to do, because you don't. Often the view is that you have to kind of sit there and levitate to meditate, and you don't. There's many different ways. So there is like a 10-step agenda to this, which I'll go through with you. And it's really, really simple. So it's best to do this a couple of hours either after you've eaten or before you eat, because meditation has an effect on the body where it slows down your metabolism. So if you've got a belly full of Sunday lunch in there, you're going to feel a bit sluggish, and it's not enabling your the rest of your body processes to help go to the other areas of your body that's needed. So pick your time. It could be before breakfast or after breakfast, or it could be a couple of hours after dinner, and again not straight after exercise because you'll be too revved up, so it's going to be hard to calm down, because obviously with what's going on after you've done a lot of exercise with your body. So just pick a suitable time for yourself, where you can dedicate anywhere between 5 and 15 minutes. You don't need any more than that. And what you need to do is just to have a clock handy, just so you can see what time it is, and just gauge to yourself, right, I'm giving myself, when I finish this, if I start at 1 o'clock, I'm going to be finished by 12 minutes past 1. And just so if you need to just gently look at what time it is, you can. So all you need to do is just to sit down and just to get yourself comfortable. So your legs aren't crossed, your feet are flat on the floor. You can just gently rest your palms in your lap in whichever way feels comfortable for you. I wouldn't cross your arms because that feels quite rigid, but just nice and relaxed. You really just want a nice and relaxed body. So your spine is relatively straight but not rigid. Your gaze can be slightly down, or you can close your eyes, but just so your neck is nice and comfortable. It's not going to flop forward, and it's not going to fall back. You've got a nice posture there. You can rest your tongue behind your top set of teeth if you wish. But if you forget all that, then that's fine too. Just be as you are. Just to take that minute just to sit down is just fine. And then what you want to do is to close your eyes, and then just wait for 30 seconds or so, just to really get yourself present in the chair. And as you're waiting for those 30 seconds, just noticing the flow of your own thoughts, but not attaching a story to any of them. Just notice what's going on with your mind. You may be able to hear other sounds outside, or in the space that you're in. You may be able to hear other people, and that's fine. Just let it be sound. It's all part of your experience. And then in this practice, what you do is you gently recall what's known as a sound word. This is your focus of your meditation. And there are many words you can use, but I just use the word one. And all you need to do is just to gently repeat this in your mind every other moment or so, but not with any hard focus or making it rigid. You don't need to go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Just really slowly, and just every other moment or so. You're not mouthing it with your lips, you're not saying it out loud. You're just repeating in your mind 1 every other moment or so. And you keep up with this practice for at first just do 5 minutes. If you're a little bit more experienced, then you can just slowly over time build it to 15 minutes, and then anywhere up to maybe half an hour, 45 minutes if you want to, but just start with 5. So you're repeating the word 1, and you're kind of still aware of what thoughts are going on in the background, but you're concentrating on that word 1. 1. And if you find you're getting yourself distracted, just use your awareness to bring it back to repeating that sound word, particularly if you're doing it for a little bit of a longer practice and you feel yourself going into that space where you could fall asleep. You'll decide to return and come back to your sound word 1. 1. And then in your own practice, when you've done your 5 minutes and you feel like you're coming to an end, you can gently just observe the clock, and then you can stop recalling your sound word, and then just wait for 3 minutes until you decide to get up, because you'll be nice and relaxed, and to kind of get up and stand up straight away can be quite disturbing, and your energy will feel jolted, and you might feel a little bit lightheaded as well. So just wait just for 3 minutes before you stand up, and then you're ready. You can have a little move of your arms and legs if you wish, and then you're ready to carry on with your day. Okay, well, enjoy. It's a good practice to do, even just 5 minutes a day, and you're kind of getting all those benefits that I talked about in the other video. The whole relaxation response within your body, and your mind starts to calm down. It goes into a specific state of brainwave lengths, and see how you go. Okay, bye.